New laws will go into effect in Iowa tomorrow, including one that bans so-called divisive concepts and critical race theory in Iowa schools.
KCCI's Chris Gothner joins us in the studio tonight to explain what the law will do and what the controversy is about. Chris.
Well, the controversy is complicated, to say the least. Iowa was one of a number of Republican-led states to pass bills banning teaching so-called divisive concepts in schools or including it in diversity training for government bodies. Now, Iowa's bill bans teaching concepts like these: the idea that one race or sex is superior to another race or sex, that the U.S. and Iowa are fundamentally or systemically racist or sexist, and the idea that an individual's race or sex is inherently racist, sexist, or oppressive, to name a few. Now, proponents of the bill have grouped those ideas under the umbrella of critical race theory. We asked KCCI political analyst Dennis Goldford about the origins of this debate.
I think the political background of the controversy over critical race theory had to do with the George Floyd incident and several other such incidents in recent years. So race relations, particularly relations between non-whites and the police, have been on the front burner.
Now, critical race theory is a decades-old academic concept saying America's systems of laws and institutions were founded on racism. Its proponents disagree that it's singling out individuals. Now, Goldford says the theory has been accepted by some in the academic world, but others criticize and reject it. He says in the political arena, it's become kind of a catch-all term that extends beyond those academic debates.
Well, even a lot of academics don't really know what critical race theory is. And so in public discourse, it becomes a proxy for almost any discussion of race right now, which is what causes people all the heartburn at this particular time.
Now, opponents of the Iowa bill express worries that the language could stifle discussion about racism. In signing the bill, Governor Reynolds had argued that critical race theory promotes labels and stereotypes rather than education. And supporters of the bill also have noted that it does not prohibit discussing the concepts as part of a larger course of academic instruction.